Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first edition of the IQ Speak Up right here at our headquarters in Cumming, Georgia. I've got myself, Mr. Ivy Johnson here. We're happy to be here with you. And we know that we're just wrapping up the conference call for the evening, and we wanted to jump on here and record and just give you an overview, something that you can share with everybody so that they can get a recap of what we've just covered on the call. And so everybody's on the same page. We know the expectations. We know what's going on. And so what we want to do is we want to begin with talking about the history. You know, we always like to give a little history lesson. I always say that it's important to know where we've been, where we are, as well as where we're going. And so we just want to talk about, you know, back last year, mid-August, say August 15th or so. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so August 15th of 2013, we actually purchased the company. Ivy and his partner, Tom Wharton, purchased an existing company called Level 9 Marketing. And we then began the process of moving the offices from South Carolina, where they were headquartered, to Cumming, Georgia. And that happened, and we completed that somewhere around September the 13th. We moved into the offices, had everything up and going, and that began what we call our foundation phase, our infrastructure and foundational phase. We've always said, you've heard me say it many times, is that we know that the size and scope of your organization and what you're trying to build depends on the depth and width of your foundation. If your infrastructure and your foundation is weak, you're not going to be able to build any kind of big structure on top of it. So we knew it was important as we came in September to really focus on some of the infrastructural issues, some of the foundational issues, to be sure that we shored up for the long haul. This is not a fly-by-night, you've heard us say. We are building this for the long term. And so with that took us into building the admin team. Marty Johnson, the COO, came in and began to surround himself with some great folks in the office. We added our agent support director and began to grow the agent support staff and the agent support team. We also began to expand and put in place the IQ Pay, or the Global Payment Gateway, to make sure that all of our international brand partners are taken care of. And that's very important if you think about what we have as a technology company, making sure that we have everything in place for international markets and rapid expansion, and that is so key to what we're doing. And so those were some critical points. That was really the first phase that we began to move into, was that foundational phase back in September, and that really took us all the way into June of 2014 of putting those things in place. And as we came into June, we began talking about the data lock phase and what we were going to do there. The first inviter phase that continues even today. Mm-hmm. But the very important thing about June was the data lock phase, and then we had a very big event that took place on June 14th. We brought in about 50 top movers and shakers, some of the key leaders and field generals that we have with Level 9 Marketing and IQ Life. We brought them into the Atlanta area, and we had what we call the Gathering. And these folks are known now as the Gathering Group. And they were privy to some information. They had to sign a non-disclosure agreement when they came into the room, and they were privy to some information where Ivy, for the first time, we began to lay out the 5-year strategic battle plan of what we are looking to accomplish, what we're going to do, what we have. And so they're the first people that have seen a glimpse behind everything that IQ Life is and has. And so that's a very exciting thing. And so we moved into the data lock phase, and that took us all the way into July. And, then things really began to start accelerating, because through the month of July, as you all know, we ran the Let's Get Social Executive Challenge for all those executives who wanted access to the platform to begin our testing phase. We already had the Gathering Group. They were the first ones given access to the platform. Then we came back in with the Let's Get Social Executive Challenge in July. We ran that promotion for the month of July and began to put those executives on the platform, on the social media platform, in August. And that continued into September. The Let's Get Social Executive Challenge continued in August with round 2, and we moved another additional group of executives into the social media platform in September. And ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to where we are. We are in this final testing. We're entering into the final testing phase. And back when we started talking, last year as we started, we began talking about a shift. And that was the starting point of the shift. Even on the website, you go to your replicated site today, you see Level 9 Marketing is shifting to IQ Life. That was the beginning of the shift. But I can tell you as we come into this month of October where we are today, it's amazing how time flies.
Wow.
It's blowing by. It's just unbelievable. But coming into this final phase of the shift, that's very exciting. Because we're coming into a time when everything is going to be completed. We're getting ready to release and give to every one of our existing active brand partners everything that IQ Life is, everything that IQ Life has, and letting you know the shift is coming into completion. And that's very exciting for us who've been here from the very conception of this whole business model, and there's some exciting things coming. We're not going to let everything out of the bag tonight on the call. We're not letting everything out of the bag on this video today, on this IQ Speak Up, but I do want to take some time now and just turn it over to Ivy and let him share with you some expectations. This is the big push, because here we are, we've come to the beginning of October, and I can tell you this is the big push into the finalization of the shift. And as we come in through the month of October, there's going to be some big things happening. So you want to be sure you stay tuned, stay connected to what's going on. And with that, Ivy, I'm going to turn it over to you and let you share some expectations and what the folks can be looking out for.
Well, first of all, Kevin, I'm not going to let you off the hook so easily. We got to go over what active means. I think that's important.
Okay.
So we define what we mean when we say the word active.
Yeah.
That's important so people get it clearly.
Sure. Active simply means someone who has a order, who has a processed order for the current volume month. Now, keep in mind that when we purchased this company back last year, this was started as a subscription-based business model.
It is the same thing as it is today.
Correct.
At this very moment.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we have a subscription-based business model, but there are some changes on the horizon. So that's very exciting. But
Don't steal my thunder.
I won't. Don't worry. But active means that your subscription order for the current month has processed, and you have a qualifying subscription purchase for the month. That's what active means.
And what does that mean going forward?
Well, listen, guys, we know that active really means you've got
Your
to
subscription
stay,
now,
right?
And as we move forward, what does that mean?
Well, as we move forward, we're going to get into that in a minute. I'm not going to steal your thunder, but as we get into that, the model is changing a little bit, and so that's very exciting for all of us. But so you get the gist of what active means. Active means you have a order that's processed for the current volume month. That's what active means.
Well, now that we're moving on, thank you so much, Kevin, for your illustration. I think it's important to point out the fact that Kevin is the gray-haired fox, and it's a generational I want to say curse in the Johnson family. Starts up at way up in the great grandfathers and great grandfathers, and it passed all the way down, and it's actually attacking me at this point.
You color your hair?
So you don't see the grayness thing? I mean, it's unbelievable. Nothing else to say about that. But moving on, obviously. The reason we're doing this video is and why it's important for Kevin and I to come here face to face with each and every one of you out there is to connect. That's what this whole model is about, is connecting with people, whether they're local, whether they're family, their friends, or people globally. And so we want to show you a sneak peek preview of one of our exciting product offerings that we've been working diligently on bringing to everyone. IQ UCast, you're looking at it right here. So congratulations on being the first group outside of some testing we did to see this product come to fruition. We're very excited about that. But moving on, let me get back to my notes here because I want to make sure that I don't miss anything and we cover every specific item here. But we talk about expectations, Kevin. And it's crucial that we set an expectation and we deliver on that expectation. We exceed that expectation. And so what we're going to do here today is we're going to tell you things that we know to be on tap and on the horizon. Obviously, this is not, what we're doing and what we have lined up is not limited to only what we're telling people.
Right.
So we want to be clear on that as well. We're going to go over some facts. And then, there may be some additional surprises.
We always like to have surprises. You know what I'm saying? We always like to keep everybody guessing just a little bit.
Sure. So moving on, obviously, the month of October 2014 is is a monumental month for this company, for IQ Life and the social media platform and the relationship of those two, and how they come together. It's all going to be brought to the table. The identity crisis, if you will, is going to be solved this month. In addition to that, let's go back to expectations. Number one, first and foremost, the shift. We'll be finalizing the shift from Level 9 Marketing, which is the company we purchased, a little over a year ago. It will become solely IQ Life. And that means, obviously a lot of things, and what that entails. Obviously, not limited to these items, but this is some key points of that. First and foremost, the credit card statements that you all get each and every month, where it says Level 9 Marketing when you make your purchase or your subscription payment at this current time, that will change to IQ Life. And then obviously the phone number on there will support that as well. So when you dial in, if you have a question, challenge, or concern, the office will be answering the phone as IQ Life and conducting business as IQ Life, no longer Level 9 Marketing. In addition, the corporate email accounts and the corporate communication channels are all going to change from Level 9 Marketing to IQ Life as well. And that's a real big task. Everything from our help buttons to the things that we've got out there on the platform that we do will all reflect that as well. And so please be mindful of that. In addition on that, moving on down, obviously there's timing for everything we do. And the reason that we've waited till this point to introduce all these exciting things that we've been working diligently on for the last year is because timing. Timing is everything. There's no question to that. Just like some of these other companies that have come out in the social media world, timing had a lot to do with their successes, and we know that. I'm a student of analyzing things and studying things, and I'm certain that this is the time, and the time is now. And so moving on down the road here, we're going from a subscription model that we purchased and that we currently have today. We're shifting that and the finalization of the shift to a product and service model, which means you buy something, you're going to receive a product or service for that purchase. You're not paying a subscription fee any longer. And we'll get to the products in a moment, but obviously we're very excited about what we've been working on for you guys and gals out there. So also, we're going to have a new state-of-the-art website. We are going to be stepping it up. It's going to be a replicated site, which is what you'll be using to introduce this opportunity to people out there around the globe. The website, it speaks volumes for who we are and what we've done. It is revolutionary. Quite honestly, there's not another site in the space that's like it. We've spent a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of testing, a lot of maneuvering to make sure that it was going to really stand tall. We're a technology company. If we don't have a technology website that stands tall for the message we're bringing, we're going to have a tough time with that.
And we haven't to this point.
Yeah.
And that's what has, I think, caused a lot of what
confusion.
I consider the confusion, the
identity
crisis, what we've had. But just so you know, I want to be clear in saying that the new site that Ivy's talking about will replace the current l9app.com/your current replicated site. This is going to replace it. So,
and obviously, the URLs will move to IQ Life. And we'll have everything forwarding, so on and so forth. So that's all going to take place in the month of October as well. Moving on down, we're going to be introducing the complete IQ Life boss line. It's impressive. Kevin, I want to bring you back in. I know you think you're done, but I want to bring you back into this because you have a way with words, and you say it so clearly about what these products mean and the value they bring to what we're doing as a whole body of IQ Life and the social media platform side, and how these products integrate and fit where we're going.
Sure. As we began to look at what we were going to do, what we're going to offer, what was going to be our product line and product base, we knew we were going in the realm of social media. We know that through social media and everything that's going on, there's an awakening taking place right now where people are really waking up to the fact that their data and all their personal information is out there all over the place. We've heard words like digital footprint. We know that we got to keep privacy. We know that there's all kind of things with apps and different things that other social media platforms are doing that are trying to invade your privacy. And with privacy comes your security and protecting you. So we wanted to take a stance to say everything that we do, we want to be sure we put tools in your hands and products in your hands that are going to give you the ability to protect yourself and make sure that your time and exposure and experience that you do on our social media platform, any social media platform, whatever you're doing out there on the internet and online, it's exposing you to more and more opportunity for anything, all kind of different
Kevin,
things.
one other thing, I mean, geez, going around your wallet, I mean, they've got people out there right now that are able to steal, by walking by you with a reader, they're able to steal your identity right out of your wallet at a shopping mall or a grocery store.
Right.
I mean, it's just absurd, the privacy breaches that are out there. And so our product line is designed to put you back in the driver's seat.
And there's more things coming. You know, this is the beginning point, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say this. From the very beginning, we've talked about this being a living, breathing organism. The product offering, everything you see, it's a continuation. It's not like here's the final, this is what it's going to be, and this is what you're going to have forever. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to be on the front edge to keep everything moving forward. This is a infant. This is a baby. It's a living, breathing organism. It's going to take all of us to help grow and nurture and raise and mature what we have. But I can tell you that our beginning process, that foundation and beginning this, it really is going to give you things that if you're not currently taking advantage of these kinds of tools and products and services, you need to be. If you look at the statistics and you look at trends, you see that from 2012 to 2013, there were 27% more people did all their shopping online in 2013 over 2012. 27% more people did shopping online in 13 than they did in 2012.
I think I did 100% of mine.
Probably so. Well, you're one of the ones who helped that percentage, but they're saying now that we could be.
When can we get groceries online?
Yeah, I mean, 30 and 40% increase in 2014 over 2013 of people that do their shopping and purchasing and everything online. And we, just like Ivy said, with all the security breaches, everything else, there's no guaranteed anything. You want to make sure that you have tools available that protect yourself, protect your identity, protect everything that you have going on online. And that's really the backbone of when we looked at these products and what products we wanted to develop and bring out. That's the theme and the bottom line of the products we wanted to deliver to you.
And Kevin, segueing that into the next point, which I think is extremely important. You've been talking about for many months in the shift, moving into a social grid with 21.5 million positions, or connections, if you will, excuse me. And that's going to become realized this month as well, to where, there's really, I don't want to say limitless, but there's a lot of opportunity out there, a lot more opportunity than there was under the current compensation structure. So the new compensation structure will be introduced this month as well, the enhanced compensation structure. It contains 21.5 million connections like we talked about, and that gives you a lot of room to operate and maneuver.
Well, and the reason for that, too, because your housing, we're putting together for, everybody, the place to where you're going to have both paid affiliates, brand partners, and the free members on the social media platform. So that 21.5 million is going to be a combination of both free and paid, and that's.
Did we tell them they're going to get benefit on both?
You get benefit on both, and you get reward points on the free, and you're getting paid commissions on the
here's the disclaimer.
Paid, and it's,
here's the disclaimer.
It's exciting.
We are not beginning the free invitation phase, the public invitation phase. I want to be very clear on that. That is not beginning at this point. Okay, we've still got to final the testing. We're entering the final testing phase. So I want to be clear that everybody understands. Don't go crazy, hog wild, inviting the whole world for free at this time, because there will not be assessed value or monetized or reward value assessed to free people that are brought in during this final testing. I want to be clear on that.
Right.
Okay. Moving on down the list. Obviously we're talking about getting people on the platform.
Oh yeah, October's going to be a big month for that.
I think for most people out there, that's the most exciting piece, is finally getting access and earning the access to be on the platform, and that's going to happen during the month of October. Expect that to happen mid to end of October is when that process will begin. So, obviously we're going to be introducing lots of people. We have a lot of brand partners, and we expect a lot more to come in between now and then. So it will begin the process again mid to end of October, to where, people that are active, that are buying a product now, because we're switching the model over from subscription, we're shifting to a product and service model. When you buy a product or service, we're going to give a bonus for those people that are there, that are locked arms with us, that are participating at IQ Life. We're going to allow them the unique opportunity to gain access to the platform, to be given access, and to nest and test with us and really write history. Kevin, it's really history books. See, this is something that's never been done before. There's a lot of people out there that have tried to do things and all that. And the bottom line is, we're a company, we're solid, we've got revenues that are coming in, we've had revenues coming in, we're paying people all over the world, we have been. This is not an idea, this is something that's come to fruition, it's real. And the products and services are going to further strengthen, along with the fantastic enhancement to the compensation plan, which really opens up limitations that the previous one had.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to take away all the barriers we possibly can that we are in control of, so that you guys and gals out there have the opportunity to go out and have success. Moving on down, hold on a second, I lost it. Of course I lost it. We talked about the bonus of the platform, Kevin.
And that, let me say that is, we want to be clear on that. We've had some confusion, we get calls, support gets calls, we have to clarify all the time that nobody's being charged for the platform. The platform is free, and it will always be free. So we don't want to, confuse the two. You will hear a message that we have been working on for some time now, where we talk about our two-stream business model. And I want you guys to understand the two-stream business model. And it's for the first time, it's somebody that's taking the two parallel streams of free and paid,
never had before,
and building a bridge to be able to connect those two. And there isn't anything that you can do that with outside of social media. And so
that we're aware of.
That we're aware of. Yeah, that's true. But taking social media, it just works so perfectly because social media free has value, and we know that. But let's be clear that it's going to take time to build the value of the free user. It's not going to be day one, even though we're going to be given reward points and that kind of stuff when we move into the public invitation phase for all those connections. We are going to be giving points, but it's going to take us time. That's why we set out a 5-year track to be able to do that. 5-year strategic battle plan and our 5-year track to be able to get to that place. And why we pull 5 years? Did we pull it out of a hat? No. It's because of the research that we looked at that said that every other social media platform has pretty much gone through the same type of monetization process over a 5-year period of time. And I mean, every one of them, there hasn't been one of them that's ever been able to shortcut the process and not do that. So why are we going to be any different? We're setting that up from the very beginning. We want you guys to have the right expectations to understand that it's going to take some time to build the value in those free users, but in the meantime, we have the paid side that's going to fuel and make, earn commissions and pay commissions to all the affiliates who are driving this, and they're going to be connected to all those free users that are then going to be monetized. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a powerful, powerful two-stream model, and you'll hear more about that coming up very soon as well.
Outstanding. Well, Kevin, I think we've kept everybody here for our first IQ Speak Up. I think it's time to cut it short, move on down the road, and get back to business. We are working diligently. We are going to make these deadlines and expectations that we set for ourselves, that we set with you, our people, our brand partners, our affiliates, the people that matter the most to us. So stay tuned, stay informed, and
stay connected.
Stay connected. Let's rock.
We'll talk to you real soon, everybody. Thanks for being here. See ya.